Hi guys, thought I'd do a quick review, overview of my new case, which is the Half-X Nvidia edition, and also at the same time I'll give you a run through of my my custom PC or gaming rig. First of all, obviously the case. I only just got this today, and I've got to say it is pretty amazing. It's a Marmite case in the sense you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it, but personally I think it's fantastic. It's gigantic, as you can see. To give you an example of scale, you can see the rest of my desk there with my really bad keyboard and mouse, which is going to be the next things to change, and that there is a 19-inch widescreen monitor. So you can see it's a very large case. Its dimensions are I think it's about 55 centimeters in depth. It's about 60 centimeters in height and about 23 centimeters in width. It is a heavy case, so much so that they actually do supply you with wheels, which I've fitted. Even though it's on the desk, it doesn't really move around. It just makes it easier. Plus the wheels have got those flip locks like you find on your supermarket trolley, so really useful. The case itself is really finished nicely. The panels are really strong and sturdy. The green trim is actually rubberized, it's not plastic, which makes a huge difference. I think it would look pretty awful if it was. You can see you've got the giant Nvidia logo there and the fan with the green LED on it, which is a nice touch as well. Obviously you can turn the LED on and off. On the panel you've got a switch there which turns it off if you prefer it that way, on like I prefer it. I might turn it off later. It's just obviously I've just got it and I'm keen to keep it on. The side window has got a green tint to it, and it's difficult to see, but it does actually have the Nvidia logo on there. And as you can see, there's another giant fan there, a 200mm fan, blowing more air, I believe, onto the graphics card. So, pretty awesome case. I'll show you what I've got inside as well, if you bear with me. It's going to be a bit awkward doing this with one hand, but I will attempt my best. It's all thumb screws, which are nice, and they're all black thumb screws as well. So again, they've put a lot of effort into the aesthetic of it, and build wise as well. And I'm guessing, as you can see, that comes off quite easily, pops off a bit too easily if you ask me. Build wise it is solid. These panels are very thick and well put together. So let me just get that out of the way. As you can see, I've actually got my 200mm fan wired up there to blow air onto the video cards. So I'm just going to put that to one side. I'm just going to plug it. Okay, and you can see the inside. Again, Coolermaster have carried on with the green theme by actually changing the caddies into a green colour as well. So those are for your hard disk drives. 4 of them are for your standard 3.5-inch drives. One of them has got an SSD mount. So again, very much like the Half-X. Now, the one major difference this does have over the regular Half-X is it does come with a GPU cover which fits onto here, and that has a really powerful chunky fan on it. Now that fan, it's very loud. It's so loud, in fact, that I took it out. It will keep your temps insanely low on your graphics cards, but these GTX 275s, to be honest, the temps are low enough for me that I don't really see the need to put up with all that extra noise for that level of cooling. That level of cooling has really been designed for people that want to get, for example, triple GTX 480s in SLI and want to air cool them. I mean, the fan they provide you with is a really chunky, powerful fan, and I think it does have some really good CFM. So, it's great for that. But firstly, I've only got GTX 275s, which are hot cards, but they're running really well. And plus, secondly, you can see I'm actually not, I haven't got them spaced right next to each other in the two 16-speed PCI Express lanes. I've actually got one in the bottom PCI Express lanes, which I believe is 8 times. So one's running at 16 times, one at 8 times. The reason for that is in the middle, I've wanted to put a TV card so I can get free view. So I've actually got a digital TV card in the middle between those two cards. Having the two cards in the two blue PCI Express X16 lanes means that both PCI slots on this motherboard get covered up. Out of interest, the motherboard is actually an Asus P6, I think it's an X58DE, P6 X58DE I think, motherboard, so it's a really nice motherboard, but just bear that in mind. If you're going to run SLI on it, you won't have any PCI slots. You'll have a PCI PCI Express ×1 slot available to you, and you'll have the PCI Express 8 times slot available to you. Another thing to bear in mind, this case, just like the regular HAF-X, does have 9 PCI slots, which means that you can use all the slots on this motherboard. In my previous case to this, which was a Cooler Master ATCS 840, which is another huge case, but it only had 7 PCI slots, which meant I couldn't use the bottom PCI Express slot there now that I'm using now, simply because you just couldn't fit it into the case because of the way it was designed. So that's something to bear in mind. Temps wise, I've actually got, if you come over to the screen, I've actually got MSI here, and you can, I don't know if you'll be able to make that out, to be honest, probably not, but GPU 1 is running at 38 degrees and GPU 2 is at 37 degrees, which is, you know, pretty amazing temperatures, so I can't argue with that. Even, I know that's idle, but in my previous case they were idling at around 50 degrees, and that's probably because they were next to each other as well. But even in load, I mean, I've just ran the Nvidia demo, like the Medusa demo, which does max out these cards pretty nicely, you know, on high settings, and even then it was only getting to about 50-55 degrees, which is pretty fantastic. Obviously with the other fan, the GPU duct fan that it comes with, it would be even lower. I think the higher you know, the minimums probably weren't any different, but the higher temps, you know, the low temps probably would be even lower. But as I said, it was a very noisy fan, and I'm not sure it's worth it unless you really need it. In my case, these temps are fantastic. Case is doing a great job. Also, quickly, just to go through it, cable management, brilliant. I mean, I've put no effort in, and you can probably tell I've put no effort in because there are a few cables lying around. That one there is obviously for that one there is actually for the fan that's on the side panel, but you know, you could probably do a lot neater job. But this thing here is a lifesaver. Again, it's on the HAF-X as well, but it just covers up your wires from your power supply really well, and especially if you've got a power supply like mine, which is the Cooler Master UCP 1100, massive power supply with tons of cables, and they're not modular, so you know, brilliant. Just quickly, my processor is an i7-920 running at 3.8 GHz, and I've got the Noctua SE12 version 2 with 220mm Noctua fans running on it. Again, it's idling at around 33 to 38 degrees across all 4 cores. Max, I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm sure it'll be pretty good. Bearing in mind you've got a giant fan up top there, fan there, there's fans everywhere, but it's very quiet. It looks awesome. You know, I'm just loving my new HAF-X Nvidia case, and you know, I recommend this, or you know, if you can't handle or stomach the looks of this, the original HAF-X, because great case. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.